Let's all stand. We'll get our meeting started. Pledge.
May want to say it one more time.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we got Mike Swallowitz here to say the prayer for us tonight. Thank you, Mike.
I wish I could stay. I had to go with my 94-year-old mother to home right now with us. She's a little bit under the weather, but I personally want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay? Let's go to the Lord right now. Father, I pray right now that you help us and allow us to be good stewards of time and talents for here in the community, and bless the good people of Henry County. There's a lot of sickness that's going around, Lord. Just ask for your grace and mercy upon everyone here and their families. Lord, help us to keep priority about Christmas and business at hand of what we need to be, and be reflective of the love that you've shown to us this particular season. I ask this and honor this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mike. All right, we call the meeting to order. All the magistrates is here. Could I get approval for the meeting minutes of last month? All right. Second by Carl. All in favor? All right, motion carried. Don't have any unfinished business. We'll move on to the roads. Kenny is sick today, so I'll give you just a little update. We have got the mini excavator, and they've started on some of the ditches. They did work on out on Ransdell Lane. The culvert at the bridge was about to wash completely out, and so they went out last Friday and fixed all that and really did a good job. We got Andrew Lyons running the mini, and he's doing a good job with that. They did blow a tire, and so they're getting a new tire for not on the mini, on the trailer, bringing it back, but they're getting a new tire. Should be back up and running tomorrow, so hopefully we can get some of that taken care of. And then, Brad, I know y'all had a meeting, didn't you?
Yeah. We discussed bushwhacker. Of course, Aaron hasn't looked at it yet, and the ditching, which you just went over. I gave Kenny a list last night in some of my area, and Danny's got some he's going to give him, and Kevin, I think. So Roger, if you know any ditches in your area, Carl's give me a list. We told him we needed to put the paver in the shop as soon as we could and go over it and get it ready for next spring, so we don't have to wait till late and get some of this in-house patching started.
Yes, I've already instructed them. They need to get on that paver and find out what the issue is with that. Don't wait till we're ready to start paving again.
Yeah. So, and a couple of employees out there, we need to I told them to make a list of tools. They don't even have a sledgehammer at the county barn. You know, you probably need one out there.
Does anybody want to use it?
Well, Bones, he uses one in each hand, you know. But I know we need to get a list of some tools they need, and
Simple stuff.
Somebody go get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But,
Roger, I think you got it.
Yeah, I'd like, Kenny and the road department has promised several projects in my territory. The St. Estes entry, back Wolf Pen, there's a section back there in Stonehurst. There's where they put a drain pipe in, and they put gravel down, and they didn't re-asphalt over it. I continue to get complaints about that. Now, this project was told to me, these three, they would be done this year. So I tell my constituents, these projects are getting done this year, and then they don't get done this year, even though I've been instructed that they will. So I'm a little concerned that not only is it the image of the county saying that we're going to do something, we don't. We need to make sure that as soon as we can get to it, when we have the proper equipment and the money to do it in the spring or whatever, but we need to do the projects that we're not completed, that were promised to be completed this year, first in the spring to try to get
Oh, I
some
agree.
of the stuff
And-
behind us.
Just to address that, I've had this same discussion with Kenny, because here's our issue. If I call and tell him about something, then I think it's been done. And then whenever I find out from a constituent or from a magistrate 2 or 3 months down the road that it's not been touched, it makes me look bad, it makes the magistrate look bad, and so I think the problem is sometimes you tell Kenny, and he's not here to talk tonight, but he don't write it down. I told him, I said, you need a chalkboard, write this stuff down, and then as the guys get it done, they can mark it off the list if it's done. Because, I mean, I know for myself, these people up here keep me in check, because I forget things
We run him
too.
a copy of list about every month.
Mm-hmm. And
what
that may
he
be
does
something
with
that
it,
the
I
road
don't
committee
know.
would wanna do.
But I've actually been told that I'm gonna fix this week, and I'll tell the guy that calls me, and it still ain't done, you know,
Mhm.
so.
And that's what we gotta be
I think
careful.
I think it's more than a list,
Yeah, it needs to
personally
be
myself.
done. Yeah.
Well, usually, I mean, don't feel bad, Roger, you know, usually it takes me 6 or 7 calls to get it done.
Maybe Roger ain't making enough calls.
Then I'll have to call Scott, and then, you know, magically, anyway.
Well, I mean, it's good, it needs addressed.
Yes, it will be. Okay, next, we need to get the committee, to look, we've got, I think,
I
4,
think there's 4 now.
applications for CDL drivers. So, if the road committee could get together and maybe interview these or figure out which ones you want to interview, maybe not interview them all. It's totally up to you all if you want to interview 2 or 3 or 4, all of them.
We discussed this yesterday, and should we not wait till after the first of the year?
You'll have to now, I mean, it's
To
done
hire
Christmas.
anybody, I mean, benefits and all that,
Mhm.
holidays.
Yeah, I'd say you're right on that.
So we maybe schedule some interviews at the first of the year. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir, I would say, and y'all can interview in my office there, or in the conference room.
All right, well, we'll get together and figure
But
that one out.
I would like to have a motion to let the road committee, decide who to hire for that, and then just let them get the approval from the court for them to go ahead and do that.
I'll make that motion, let them have the power to do that.
All right, motion by Carl, second by Ed, all in favor? All right, so we'll get that done, or you all can figure out when you wanna do that, and
Brad will get
then,
it done.
we can get that taken care of. Okay, planning and zoning, solid waste, Jason?
Yes, last month we had 36 electrical permits, 41 building permits. Next Board of Adjustment meeting is December the 27th. We had to move that because Christmas is on the meeting day, so it's gonna be next Wednesday when we're back. So it's December 27th. The next planning and zoning meeting will be January the 10th. And of course, they're all out here.
Jason, on the, just to comment on that, isn't that when you're gonna bring before, in January, bring to the, commission about the, state building inspector, the fees?
Yes,
So that will be
that's gonna be part of the.
part of that meeting. Yeah, so hopefully we can get a state inspector in our county where we can get these buildings approved a little faster and get it, make it move through a little better for the builder and just getting things done.
I might know the answer, I should know the answer to this, but the comprehensive plan, is the state is Kipton working on that for us, or?
Yes, they're coming to my office tomorrow at 11 o'clock and talk to me about that. They have already met with Jason.
Yeah.
Was that let's see, last Thursday?
Yeah, it was.
Thursday.
I don't remember
Thursday or
exactly.
Friday. They met with.
They emailed me a bunch of new stuff today.
So-
I started looking over some of it, but I hadn't had time to look over it all.
And they met with Jason and Mike, and so, yes, that's finally getting done. I mean, we needed that years ago.
Well, it's a
really.
little bit overdue, but I think they've had some turnover in their office on who was working on it.
Yes, that's what
So when
Felicia
they
said.
started back up, they, you know, it took them a while to catch back up, is what they
Mhm.
told us.
Yes, they had a whole lot of turnover at Kipton, and
Yeah.
they've got a lot of good help now. I hope they stay. I'm gonna tell you, cause they're, they've got some real good help there now, so hopefully we can keep those people. So, does that answer your question?
It did, thank you. That's important for the future of this county.
Yes, that's
and the
right.
Direction of the county, and I think that it needs to get done as soon as possible.
And I did tell them before anything, is really finished, that I wanna make sure I look at that too, just to, make sure that, you know, because we need to make sure we get the growth in the right spots. We don't want spot growth, and
So all that has to be approved by the
Fiscal.
commission and fiscal
Fiscal
court
court.
and all the cities.
mhm, yes,
So, you know, everybody will need to look at it and, you know, they'll have to approve it all.
yes, which is good.
I said it earlier, but I'd like to commend you for taking the initiative to get us in line with the building inspector, state. I think that's gonna be a game changer for this county, and, it should have been done long before now, but thank you for taking that initiative to do that.
You're welcome, and I think it's gonna really benefit the county, because, I just know, I said this in the economic development meeting, but it took us 3 months to get our approval for our plans from the state, and he guarantees us he'll get them done in 48 hours, when we switch. So, I mean, that kind of thing is just gonna be really, I mean, you take 48 hours versus 3 months, that is really a big help to a builder that's already, or an investor or whatever, it's already got their money tied up in something. So I'm looking forward to that happening, and we really thought it would already be going, but we didn't realize we had to, the Planning and Zoning Commission had to approve all the fees that they charge before we could send it to the state to get it finalized.
So thank you.
Okay, Animal Services,
Parks. Do you have parks, Toby?
Park.
I'm sorry, I checked you off, Toby, I almost let you by.
Well, I don't have much to add, but the fencing for the new field has begun, and they have almost completed or have completed the perimeter fence.
It looks good too,
Yeah.
yeah. And I want to commend you all on this floor. I know y'all, it's shiny tonight. It's already got some black marks on it, I know, but it really looks good. You really done a good job on that, so thank you. Anybody got any questions or comments for Toby? All right, now we move on to Animal Services. We need to ratify the hiring of Danielle, which, Danielle, you want to stand up? This is our new Animal Control Officer, Danielle Ashcraft, and she comes to us from Oldham County, and I think she's going to be a big benefit to our county, and so I did call all the magistrates to get the approval to hire her.
She started.
So I need to,
So, the animal control, you know, we're, by the interlocal agreement, and by the standard operating procedure, we are supposed to supply a full-time and a part-time employee. At this point, we have neither. And, so Trimble County's asking us, what are you guys doing? Well, you guys have done a good job of reaching out and hiring Danielle. So I'd like to make the motion that we ratify the action of the Judge Bates and approve the hiring of Danielle Ashcraft as of December 11th, 2023 as a new animal control full-time supervisor.
all right, motion by Roger,
Second.
second by Danny. All in favor? All right, motion carries. Thank you, Danielle. You can stay, or you can,
She's
if you
got a
need.
report. She got a report.
She don't really want to do a report today. I will say that she did hit the ground running, because she come in Monday and had to go out in her personal vehicle because we didn't have her pickup truck ready, but had a dog over in your district, Great Pyrenees, wandering around, and it was put on Facebook, but we was already on top of it before it was on Facebook. But anyway, she did go take care of that and found the owner and got the dog surrendered to another owner, and it was shoot. So like I say, she's hit the ground running. She's got a lot of good ideas, and it's going to take some time. We're trying to tell her she don't need to do it all the first week. She needs to kind of pace herself, but I think she's going to be a tremendous asset to the county and the animal control shelter. She's got a lot of different things that she feels that we can do there, and that's good. So looking forward to that.
Speaking of the Great Pyrenees, the two white ones we had a complaint for in Eminence, I sold him a freezer a couple of years ago, so I could touch base with him on that because I haven't seen the dogs. They are in the fenced yard in the back, but he's also keeping them on chains now, so they can't get out. Even though they wasn't his dogs, he claimed, but the problem it went away. So
Well,
hopefully
that's
that's
good.
resolved over there.
Yeah, that's good. I think when that went to court, it kind of helped that. Okay, the committee report. I know y'all have met. And
Committee did report, along with the Trimble County Committee, and we discussed Danielle being put on full-time, and that we told them that we would be working on getting our part-time. At that point, we can set our schedule and start running animal control as efficiently as possible. We went over some of the standard operating procedures that we set up years ago that could be looked at again if we need to, but I think it's a good base for us to work from. They had some issues about citation books, and so Trimble County is looking into what we could use for citations for animal control. The phone number on the sign up above the building is wrong, so that's being taken care of now. Also, we've got an issue with, and I think Denise has been trying to help with the phone number. When you Google Henry County is wrong, it's an old phone number that's been changed, so we're trying to figure out how to educate the public of the new phone number that we've got. And some other software issues that Trimble County's working on for us now, and our next meeting will be January 24th at the shelter.
And then one other thing on that, Danielle is getting calls at 11 or 12 o'clock at night all the time about just really Mickey Mouse stuff from the state police. So I'm going to contact them tomorrow, and she's made me a list of the emergency reasons for them to call. And if it's not an emergency, then they can just call the shelter number and they will go out in the morning, and we don't want our people out in the middle of the night trying to see what's going on, and unless it's an emergency. If it's an emergency, she will go, or somebody will go. But so I'm going to call them tomorrow. We've got another issue of GPS not being right for a home, so I need to contact them about that. When you Google it, your telephone will take you one place, but we can look on Jason's map at the office, and it'll be at the right place. But it's 3/4 of a mile down the road, and they've done this 3 times, or 4 times. I'm sorry. So I went out there today to make sure, and I pinged my telephone so I can take it to them and make sure that they're going to the right place. So we're working on some of these issues to make sure that we get things covered. All right, economic development, Roger.
The committee really hasn't met. We've kept in touch with a little bit with each other. I sent communication about the Pendleton Sewer Project, how it's progressing, and so the more information we get, the more we'll share. And then also another business that's trying to come into the county. I think we're going to get together and communicate with them and see if it's a fit for Henry County.
All right, thank you. Okay, Sheriff's report, Keith.
Danielle, too, came to our office and introduced herself and told us some of her plans and what we do to so we can work better together, and I was impressed with that, so thank you. 252 calls from KSP Dispatch, 116 calls from the Sheriff's Office, 73 citation and criminal summons, had 42 criminal arrests, 32 warrant arrests, served 131 court papers, transported 1 fugitive, transported 1 MIW, did 43 vehicle inspections, 7 carry concealed license, 3 DUI arrests, and 12 drug charge arrests.
All right, any questions for Keith? Okay, next on the agenda is amendment to the sheriff's budget.
All right. Got this jotted down, so I'll just read this one paragraph here. Due to an increase in receipts this year, we are asking for an amendment to our budget for 2023. We are asking the court to approve an amendment for our receipts and disbursements. We had asked for an increase in our receipts to $1,025,278.51, an increase in our disbursements to $1,011,857.33. Our excess fee amount budget does not change.
Okay. We'll have to have a motion to approve that.
I move that we approve the sheriff's budget, second reading.
No, that's for the budget amendment.
Budget
That's what this
amendment, I'm sorry.
is what this one's for.
Budget amendment.
Second by Kevin. Okay, all in favor? All right, motion carried. Okay, next, 24, second reading of the 24 budget.
All right, on the receipt end, we have a budget estimate of $966,000, $265.22. I think I said that right. The total disbursement is $961,766.18, with an excess fee budgeted of $4,499.04.
I do have one question.
Mhm.
What about, why is it so much this year and you think it's gonna be less next year?
40,000 of it was from the cruiser we got paid for that, from the
Was-
insurance
yeah.
company. And we're gonna put that back in the line item to pay, for the upfits on the new cruiser
Mhm.
directly versus financing.
Yeah.
That was the 40,000 of it, and, we've had some other increases too through, AOC and, tickets written by the state police, we get a percentage of that as well. That comes in, you know, as, sheriff security fees is what it is listed as, but that's tickets written.
Mhm.
So, but a big chunk of that was that insurance money.
Okay. Just to clarify that.
Yeah.
Everybody, the budget committee's met with them and went over the lines. So you wanna make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of the budget.
Okay, motion by Danny, second by Ed, all in favor? All right, motion carried. All right, second reading the Shanda's, but where's Shanda? There she is. She's hidden among the stuff.
Okay, so we had a budget committee meeting with Kevin and Ed and Dan. Thank you all very much. Went over, thank you to Travis for going over my employees' payroll thing. We're under the maximum allowance for payroll. Nothing has changed, nothing was amended. We're keeping our receipt estimated $4,609,720. Our estimated disbursements remains $44,539,725, and that leaves a estimated excess fees for 2024 of $69,995. Nothing has changed, everything was as presented, so can I ask the court for approval for the second reading?
Okay, go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, motion by Kevin, second.
Second.
Second by Danny. All in favor? All right, motion carries. Thank you, Shanda. All right, everybody has in front of them a letter from Cassidy. We voted in 2019 to close that little spur in front of Drennan Church. And some way the ball got dropped and that didn't get done. So they still want it closed. They've been contacting Brad. So we have to we're gonna go the proper channels to get it done this time and make sure that we do it the right way. And so you saw in your letter, but just to get this whole thing started, I need approval so I can go ahead and get the two. We gotta have two people on this committee that don't have any vested interest in it. And so it can't be Brad, because he's got vested interest in it because he's the magistrate down there. So I need approval that I can just get two people from the public to get this done, and so we can get this ball rolling. And it'll take us a couple months to get this
Right.
completely closed down, but we want to make sure we do it the legal way. And the people from the churches want to get it done because it's a safety issue for them, that people coming over that hill. And we did fix the road in 2019 to make it where you could come off Troutman Hill and turn left.
Right.
But the road just didn't get shut down for some reason. But anyway, so we need to revisit that. So I need that approval that I can.
I move that we approve the closure of the spur in front of Brennan Christian Church at the intersection of Highway 202 and Troutman Hill Road that was passed in 2019, following the procedures contained in KRS 178070, and grant Judge Bates authority to appoint two non-vested viewers who will report to fiscal court on the matter.
All right, that's the motion.
Second.
Second by Danny. All in favor? All right, motion carried. Thank you. We'll get that done. Okay, the next thing on the list is the PVA clerk's office sewer discussion. And we've been dealing with this for years now, really.
2014.
There's a smell. Sometimes it'll be there, sometimes it won't. But it could be in Shanda's office or it can be in Jason's office. But it seems like it's always somewhere, and we can't figure out. We've already spent what, $10,000
10,000.
to try to
Got three
fix-
plumbers.
from 3 plumbers to try to fix this. So what I feel we need to do is tear the floor out, which is the wall between those two offices. So we'll have to go through that wall, but and just replumb the whole thing in there and just get it fixed, because they can't stand to work in there with that smell. Shanda's probably a little bit better because
It is horrible right now, and I'm sure Travis is sick to death of getting that daily smell like we're.
Have y'all been calling me?
Travis didn't notice.
Jennifer has, I've tried not to.
But it is bad. We went in Jason's office today, which Travis is off this week, but he's been there every day anyway. But we went in Jason's office today, and in that bathroom, it was terrible today. And the only thing we can figure is there's got to be it's cast iron pipe under that floor, and it's got to be rusted and cracked, and then between the two bathrooms, which is more information some might want to know, but there's vents. So I think when Shanda's air conditioner kicks on, she's blowing it towards Jason, and then vice versa. Whichever heater air is on, it's blowing it, which it shouldn't be transferring from one room to the other.
The pipes are capped off, so if they're capped off, how are we smelling that bad?
Well, it's got to be coming from the sewer's capped off, but you still got P-traps in the floor, and there's still places it can be coming from. The sewer is capped off from the main, from the
City sewer.
city sewer line, but there's still stuff laying in that line. And
Uncap it and let it flush out.
Did she just say
It was
that?
so bad this afternoon, we had customers like putting
Let it
their
run
shirt
down the
over
street,
their neck.
pretty much what she.
y'all just blamed it on that, Shanda.
Yeah, flamer's a flamer.
So,
Y'all
Gotta be
have
advanced on
sinks or something, y'all
Yeah, still.
do not use a lot?
They ain't letting the gas out.
Like, could a track be dry?
I go
Could be the
downstairs and
canister
run the
pipe,
washing
too.
machine.
We could be
Travis,
both.
when
we
it
got
came
floor
back,
drains too, and we know
We've
one
got-
of
Is
the,
it vented
when we
through the
smoked
It
it,
is.
when we smoked it, it's smoking through the wall and coming up out of the floor, so we know we got a problem.
Okay.
So we thought we could stop some of that up, but it didn't work, so I feel like we need to cut the floor out and just jackhammer that part of the floor out and redo it. I mean, we gotta do something.
Can we wait another 3 or 4 years? I'm just kidding.
Shanda wouldn't mind.
I'll make a
We're gonna
motion.
put, in and out porta pot out there by the flagpole this summer.
Let's put this in 2030 budget.
Danny's wanting to put it in the 2030 budget.
Tell Jason that.
Yeah, yeah. No, Jason, we're either gonna fix it
He's
or,
renting a room.
or Jason's gonna move and we're gonna have to pay rent somewhere else. So we need to get it fixed, really. I mean, it's,
About something.
we don't expect them to be breathing that. That can't be
No,
healthy.
it can't be.
Y'all
Make
go
her,
back to wearing masks like the coach was in.
yeah, make her breast stink.
I'll make a motion.
All right, and we will do it as cheap as we can, but we need to get this done, so. Brad made a motion to get it fixed.
I get the discount on my license.
Second by Carl, all in favor? All right, motion carries, thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay, claims and transfer. Anybody got
Give
any
me a mark, Shanda.
questions on that?
Sure.
I'll take a motion. Motion by Brad. Second by Roger. All right, all in favor?
They're all sweet today.
Thought all y'all done went to sleep on me. Okay, public comments, 3 minutes per speaker. Anybody in the public have anything to say? Olivia?
The Bethlehem Living Nativity starts on Friday, the 22nd, it's 6:30 to 9. We'll have all 3 shifts this year, and last until the 25th. We might have a little rain around, but it will go off as long as it's not pouring down.
Have you got enough people to cover all the shifts now?
I think so. I think we're short 1 person on the 23rd, but we'll move some people around.
Unless some of you, Brad, you won't be a wise man?
wanna be a wise man,
You've
thank
dreamed
you
for
very
being a
much.
wise man for
I'm
years,
not gonna
haven't
tell
you?
you what day though, but I will be there. Wait, somebody recommended Danny. I said, that's the way,
Anybody else? Keith?
A lot of people asked about our radios, towers and stuff. They did start working on them today. It's been a long, drawn out process. Part of the holdup was the cables. I met with Scott, he got them fixed, so they climbed that tower, that same tower today, right, guys? So hopefully
Road department.
get some good radios going on. So a lot of people have been asking, so I just want to address it.
Yes, they're badly needed, that's for sure. Anybody else? All right, court comments.
I got a little issue in default. I had a few complaints. I spoke with Keith. He says he's gonna help. Seems like when they get to that 90-degree turn head to Frankfurt, they like to treat it like a drag strip. And Keith said he gets some of his guys to help. I'll get a hold of state police. Said, just go over and set some by that little store and slow them down. They said, I know, like I said, they're running where the Preston stays, Barry. He said, ain't nothing to be 70 mile an hour coming through there. I think it's 35, pretty good ways out that way. Ain't it?
Now look, they can't make that curve doing
No,
70
when they
miles
come
an
out
hour.
of when they come out of the curve, they're stomping it. and
They
taking
must be
off.
driving forwards then.
Yeah, they probably are.
Yeah, but at least when they turn the curve, they're just nailing it.
But sometimes the radar can show up and the people, they'll get the people that live right in default too. That happens a lot of times.
Just so everybody knows, anybody who calls in requests extra patrol, we'll do it. I mean, we get that all the time. Just gotta call us or text us or whatever, and we'll do extra patrol in that area. So,
And sometimes that's good just to get your neighbors. And sometimes the people that calls is the ones that get caught. Keith's had that happen before. The guy that called in,
They cussed me out.
he was the first one he caught. but so that's a bad day for somebody. But, any other court comments?
Just like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and be safe.
Yes, and that is true. I want to thank this court. We've been through a year together now, and I think we're accomplishing things, and I feel good about what's going on, and I too want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll get back at it again in the new year with we'll hit the ground running, and I feel like we can make things better in our county. We'll take a motion to adjourn. Motion by Roger, second by Danny. All in favor? All right. Thank you all.